Hey everyone! Welcome to Fantastic Fanfics. Remember to leave a like and comment if you like the video and want more. Chapter 1, The Scroll of Destiny. The village of Konoha was bathed in the warm hues of the early morning sun. Birds chirped harmoniously as the villagers began to stir, preparing for the day ahead. Amidst the bustling streets, a small, ramshackle apartment stood, its worn exterior a stark contrast to the lively surroundings. Inside the apartment, Naruto Uzumaki, a 4-year-old boy with spiky blonde hair and bright blue eyes, lay curled up on his tattered mattress. His dreams were haunted by a constant sense of loneliness, a feeling that gnawed at his young heart. Ever since he could remember, Naruto had been treated as an outcast, a pariah, by the very people he longed to call family. The villagers whispered in hushed tones, casting disdainful glances in his direction. But Naruto refused to let their judgment break his spirit. Deep within him, a flicker of determination burned bright. On this particular morning, Naruto awoke with a sense of restlessness. He couldn't shake the feeling that something awaited him, something beyond the realm of his ordinary existence. Little did he know that his life was about to take an unexpected turn. A knock echoed through the apartment, rousing Naruto from his thoughts. He hesitated for a moment, curiosity mingled with a touch of apprehension. With cautious steps, he made his way to the door and pulled it open. Standing before him was a tall figure, clad in the distinctive Konoha Jounin attire. It was Kakashi Hatake, a seasoned shinobi known for his exceptional skills. "Good morning, Naruto," Kakashi greeted, his voice calm yet tinged with an air of mystery. "I have something very important to give you. It belonged to your father." Naruto's eyes widened with anticipation. He had longed for any connection to his late father, the renowned fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. A mix of hope and uncertainty filled his heart as Kakashi handed him a sealed scroll. "Your father left this for you, Naruto," Kakashi explained, his visible eye crinkling with a mixture of sorrow and determination. "He entrusted it to me, with the hope that one day you would unlock its secrets." Naruto's small hands trembled as he unrolled the scroll, revealing ancient symbols etched in black ink. His heart raced with excitement as he felt the weight of his father's legacy in his grasp. "This is the Flying Raijin technique," Kakashi revealed, his voice filled with reverence. "It is a powerful jutsu that only a select few have ever mastered. Your father believed that you had the potential to wield it?" Naruto's eyes widened with wonder as he listened to Kakashi's words. The Flying Raijin, a technique synonymous with Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash. It was a technique that allowed the user to teleport instantaneously, granting an unprecedented edge in combat. I'll make my father proud," Naruto declared, his voice filled with determination. "I'll become the greatest ninja this village has ever seen." With the scroll tightly clasped in his hands, Naruto's journey towards mastering the Flying Raijin had begun. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Naruto devoted every waking moment to deciphering the complex seals and mastering the intricate hand movements required to execute the Flying Raijin. He trained tirelessly, pushing himself to the brink of exhaustion, but never wavering in his resolve. Meanwhile, the village continued with its usual rhythm. Naruto's brother, Shunji Namikaze, a young boy of similar age, thrived under the adoration of the villagers. Shunji possessed the power of the nine-tailed fox, its immense chakras sealed within him. This bestowed upon him great strength, making him the center of attention in Konoha. However, instead of using his powers for good, Shunji reveled in his superiority. He enjoyed taunting and belittling Naruto, relishing in the pain and sadness he could inflict upon his younger brother. To Shunji, Naruto's perceived weakness was a constant reminder of his own superiority. "Hey, Naruto," Shunji sneered, his voice dripping with contempt. "Still playing with your silly scrolls, huh? When will you accept that you're just a weakling with nothing to offer?" Naruto's face reddened with anger, but he forced himself to remain calm. He had a plan to prove to Shunji and the entire village that he was worthy of respect. Naruto knew that mastering the Flying Raijin would provide him the edge he needed to challenge the status quo. As the days passed, Naruto's progress became evident. He began to execute the basic principles of the Flying Raijin, teleporting short distances with precision and speed. The more he practiced, the stronger his control over the technique became. Word of Naruto's newfound abilities reached Kakashi, who had been keeping a watchful eye on his progress. Impressed by his determination and skill, Kakashi decided it was time for Naruto to face a true test. There's an annual tournament held in the village, Kakashi informed Naruto. It's a showcase of the upcoming generation of shinobi. I believe it's time for you to demonstrate your skills to the entire village. Naruto's heart skipped a beat at the mention of the tournament. This was his chance to prove himself, to show the village that he was more than just the container of the nine-tailed fox's body. The day of the tournament arrived, and Konoha's training grounds were transformed into a bustling arena. Excited villagers filled the stands, eager to witness the next generation of shinobi in action. Naruto stood in the center of the arena, his eyes focused on the stage before him. Shunji, adorned with his privileged status, watched from the VIP section, a smug smile playing on his lips. As the tournament began, Naruto's opponents fell one by one, unable to match his newfound speed and precision. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause, their disbelief transforming into awe. Naruto's mastery of the flying Raijin had given him an undeniable edge. Shunji, observing from his lofty position, watched with growing unease. His usual arrogance wavered as he realized that Naruto had surpassed him in skill. The realization brewed a mix of envy and resentment within him. The finals of the tournament approached, and Naruto found himself facing off against a formidable opponent. His opponent, a prodigious young shinobi, possessed unparalleled agility and strategic thinking. Naruto knew he had to push himself to the limit if he wanted to emerge victorious. The battle was fierce, each combatant trading blows and executing complex jutsu. Naruto's movements were fluid, his teleportation swift and precise. He danced around his opponent, striking with calculated precision. And in a final, climactic clash, Naruto unleashed the full power of the flying Raijin, leaving his opponent stunned and defeated. The arena erupted in thunderous applause as Naruto emerged victorious, a testament to his unwavering spirit and newfound mastery. The villagers' perception of him began to shift, admiration replacing the disdain they had once held. As Naruto stood at the center of the arena, his chest heaving with exhaustion, he cast a triumphant glance towards the VIP section. Shunji's expression wavered between shock and begrudging admiration, a newfound respect etched upon his face. In that moment, Naruto realized that he had achieved more than just victory. He had gained Shunji's acknowledgement, a recognition that went beyond the rivalry and bitterness that had plagued their relationship. With the first chapter of Naruto's journey drawing to a close, the stage was set for even greater trials and adventures. Naruto had proven that he was not defined by the nine-tailed fox's body sealed within him, nor by the hatred and prejudice of the village. He was a shinobi, a force to be reckoned with, driven by an unyielding spirit and fueled by the desire to protect and inspire. Little did Naruto know that his path would intersect with friends and foes, leading him to discover the true power of bonds and the indomitable strength that resided within him. And so, his journey to become the greatest ninja Konoha had ever seen had only just begun. Chapter 2, The Bonds That Bind. The sun had set over the village of Konoha, casting long shadows across the streets. Naruto walked home, his steps light but his mind heavy with the events of the day. The victory in the tournament had earned him recognition, but deep down, he knew that his journey was far from over. As Naruto entered the apartment, he found Kakashi waiting for him, seated at the table with a serious expression on his face. The Jounin's single visible eye met Naruto's gaze, conveying a mixture of pride and concern. "Naruto, you did exceptionally well today," Kakashi began, his voice laced with a paternal tone. "But remember, true strength lies not just in one's abilities, but in the bonds we forge with others." Naruto furrowed his brow, unsure of what Kakashi meant. The concept of bonds seemed foreign to him, as he had spent most of his life isolated and rejected. "I don't understand," Naruto confessed, his voice tinged with frustration. "What do bonds have to do with becoming a powerful shinobi?" Kakashi's eye softened, and he leaned forward, resting his elbows on the table. "Naruto, the strength you possess is not limited to the flying Raijin. True power comes from the connections we make with others. The bonds of friendship, trust, and loyalty, they can be the difference between victory and defeat." Naruto listened intently, his curiosity piqued. He had never considered the value of friendships or the impact they could have on his path as a shinobi. "I want you to understand the importance of bonds, Naruto," Kakashi continued. "In the coming days, you will meet individuals who will become integral to your journey. Embrace these connections, for they will shape the kind of shinobi you become." Naruto nodded, his determination reignited. He would prove to Kakashi and himself that he was capable of forming meaningful bonds and utilizing them to strengthen his resolve. Days turned into weeks, and Naruto threw himself into training with a newfound purpose. He practiced the flying Raijin relentlessly, but he also sought opportunities to interact with his peers, despite their initial hesitation. Slowly but surely, Naruto began to form connections with those around him. He found solace in the company of Hinata, a shy and kind-hearted girl who had always admired him from afar. Naruto's unwavering spirit and determination inspired her to face her own insecurities and become a stronger person. He also formed a surprising friendship with Shikamaru, a genius strategist who initially seemed indifferent to everything around him. Shikamaru's calm and logical approach to life challenged Naruto's impulsive nature, teaching him the importance of careful planning and foresight. Through these interactions, Naruto began to understand the power of bonds. They were not just a source of strength in battle but a wellspring of emotional support, encouragement, and growth. As the days passed, Naruto's friendships deepened, and he discovered that he was not alone in his struggles. Each of his newfound comrades carried their own burdens and dreams, and together, they formed a formidable team. The day of the academy graduation exams arrived, marking a milestone in Naruto's journey. As he stood alongside his classmates, Naruto felt a mixture of nerves and excitement. The exam would test their knowledge, skills, and teamwork, a culmination of their time at the academy. Naruto glanced at Shunji, who stood a few paces away, his expression a mixture of disdain and begrudging respect. Naruto's victory in the tournament had earned him a modicum of recognition, but he knew that the real challenge lay ahead. As the exams progressed, Naruto and his teammates faced a series of trials, each one designed to test their abilities and cohesion as a team. They battled against formidable opponents, solved intricate puzzles, and faced mental and physical challenges that pushed them to their limits. Through it all, Naruto relied on the bonds he had formed. The trust between him and Hinata, the strategic insights of Shikamaru, and the unwavering loyalty of his teammates became the foundation of their success. In the end, Naruto and his team emerged triumphant, passing the graduation exams with flying colors. The academy erupted in applause and cheers, and Naruto couldn't help but feel a swell of pride in his chest. As he stood on the stage, accepting his graduation certificate, Naruto glanced towards Shunji. This time, there was no smugness or contempt on his older brother's face, but a glimmer of genuine admiration. The chapter had come to an end, and Naruto's journey was poised to enter a new phase. The bonds he had formed and the lessons he had learned would guide him as he ventured into the world of shinobi, where challenges, friendships, and the promise of greatness awaited. Little did Naruto know that his path would intertwine with destiny itself, leading him towards confrontations with powerful adversaries, life-changing choices, and the realization of his true potential. The stage was set, and Naruto was ready to embark on the next chapter of his extraordinary journey to become the greatest ninja Konoha had ever seen, fueled by the power of bonds that bound him to his comrades. Chapter 3, Trials of the Shinobi. The village of Konoha was abuzz with anticipation as the newly graduated shinobi set out on their first official missions. Naruto and his teammates, Hinata and Shikamaru, gathered at the mission assignment desk, ready to receive their first assignment as a team. Naruto felt a mix of excitement and nervousness, his heart pounding with the thrill of the unknown. He was eager to prove himself and continue his journey toward becoming a legendary shinobi. With the flying Raijin technique at his disposal and the support of his trusted teammates, he was determined to face any challenge that came their way. As the mission scroll was handed to them, Naruto unfolded it, his eyes scanning the details. They were tasked with escorting a group of merchants to a neighboring village, a seemingly simple mission that would test their ability to protect and ensure the safe passage of civilians. The trio set off on their mission, their steps synchronized, each member of the team understanding their role. Naruto took point, his senses sharp and alert, his eyes scanning the surrounding environment for any signs of danger. The journey started smoothly, but as they ventured deeper into the dense forest, they encountered a band of rogue ninja determined to disrupt their mission. The adversaries, driven by their own malicious intentions, launched a surprise attack, catching the team off guard. Naruto's reflexes kicked in, and he swiftly used the flying Raijin to teleport behind their assailants, catching them by surprise. With lightning-fast strikes and precise movements, he incapacitated several of the rogue ninja, creating an opening for his teammates to retaliate. Hinata, fueled by her newfound courage, unleashed a series of precise strikes, her gentle fist technique overwhelming their opponents. Shikamaru, the master tactician, strategically manipulated the battlefield, ensnaring the rogue ninja in his shadow-binding jutsu. Together, their coordinated efforts proved to be too much for the enemy, and they emerged victorious. The merchants they were escorting looked on in awe, their fear replaced with gratitude and admiration for their skilled protectors. Word of Naruto and his team's successful mission spread throughout the village, further solidifying their growing reputation. Naruto relished the newfound respect and acknowledgement, but he knew that their journey had just begun. There were greater challenges and trials awaiting them. In the days that followed, Naruto and his team received a variety of missions, each one presenting its own unique obstacles. From tracking missing nin to retrieving valuable artifacts, they tackled every assignment with unwavering determination and teamwork. As they completed mission after mission, Naruto's bonds with Hinata and Shikamaru strengthened. They became more than just teammates, they became friends who supported and relied on each other in times of need. Naruto realized that the true strength of a shinobi lay not only in their individual skills but in their ability to work together as a cohesive unit. Outside of their missions, Naruto's interactions with Shunji began to change as well. The older brother, once filled with disdain and superiority, found himself grudgingly impressed by Naruto's progress. He began to see the younger Uzumaki not as a weakling to be mocked, but as a formidable rival worthy of respect. One day, Shunji approached Naruto after witnessing his impressive display during a training session. There was a newfound warmth in his eyes, a hint of camaraderie that Naruto had longed for. "You've grown stronger, Naruto," Shunji admitted, a rare compliment escaping his lips. "I never thought I would say this, but I see the potential in you. Don't disappoint me." Naruto, taken aback by his brother's change of heart, nodded with a determined smile. He understood that their relationship was still complicated, but he was grateful for the acknowledgement. It was a small step towards bridging the gap that had divided them for so long. As time passed, Naruto, Hinata, and Shikamaru faced increasingly difficult challenges. They encountered rogue ninja with deadly techniques, defended the village against invading forces, and even found themselves embroiled in a conspiracy that threatened Konoha's stability. With each trial, Naruto's skills grew, and he continued to hone his mastery of the flying Raijin. The once elusive technique became second nature to him, enhancing his combat prowess and granting him an edge that few could match. But Naruto knew that true greatness wasn't solely defined by individual strength or extraordinary techniques. It was the ability to protect those dear to him, to inspire hope in the face of adversity, and to stand tall as a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness. As the chapter drew to a close, Naruto stood on the precipice of a new era, a world teeming with possibilities and challenges that would test his resolve. The stage was set for the next chapter of his extraordinary journey, where he would confront his inner demons, forge unbreakable bonds, and face a destiny that transcended the limits of his wildest dreams. And so, Naruto Uzumaki, armed with the flying Raijin and fueled by the power of his unwavering spirit, embraced the path that lay before him, ready to leave an indelible mark on the shinobi world and become the legend he was destined to be. Chapter 4, The Shadows Unveiled. The winds whispered through the leaves of the ancient trees that stood tall in the dense forests surrounding Konoha. Naruto, Hinata, and Shikamaru found themselves on a mission of utmost secrecy and importance. They had been tasked with investigating a series of mysterious disappearances in a nearby village. The trio ventured deep into the heart of the forest, their senses heightened and their guard up. Naruto's blue eyes darted from shadow to shadow, his instincts sharp as he searched for any signs of danger. Hinata's Byakugan, her unique vision ability, allowed her to perceive the slightest disturbances in the surrounding chakra. Shikamaru, ever the strategist, analyzed their surroundings, ready to devise a plan at a moment's notice. As they followed the trail, a sense of unease settled upon them. The forest grew eerily quiet, devoid of the usual sounds of nature. Naruto's grip on the flying Raijin scroll tightened, ready to unleash its power at a moment's notice. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, clad in a cloak that obscured their features. The air crackled with tension as Naruto, Hinata, and Shikamaru took defensive stances, ready for a confrontation. The figure's voice echoed through the silence, cold and filled with malice. "So, the legendary Naruto Uzumaki has come to interfere. You are a thorn in our side, but we shall crush you like the rest." Naruto's eyes narrowed as he recognized the voice. It was none other than Orochimaru, the notorious rogue ninja known for his dark experiments and insatiable thirst for power. Naruto had heard tales of Orochimaru's treachery and the chaos he had sown in the past. Orochimaru, Naruto spat out the name with disdain. What are you planning this time? Orochimaru chuckled, a sinister sound that sent shivers down their spines. Oh, my dear Naruto, you will find out soon enough. But first, I shall have the pleasure of crushing you and your feeble companions. The battle began in a flurry of swift movements and explosive jutsu. Naruto utilized the flying Raijin to dart around the battlefield, striking with precision and agility. Hinata's gentle fist technique flowed effortlessly, disrupting Orochimaru's chakra flow and weakening his attacks. Shikamaru's shadow manipulation ensnared their enemy, limiting his movements and rendering him vulnerable. But Orochimaru was no ordinary foe. He possessed a repertoire of deadly techniques and a cunning intellect. As the battle intensified, he unleashed his true power, shedding his cloak to reveal his snake-like form. The forest trembled under Orochimaru's onslaught. Naruto, Hinata, and Shikamaru fought valiantly, their determination unyielding. But even with their combined strength, they struggled to keep up with the sheer ferocity of Orochimaru's attacks. Naruto's mind raced as he sought a way to turn the tide of the battle. In a desperate move, he tapped into the deeper reservoirs of his chakra, channeling it through the flying Raijin. The air crackled with energy as he vanished from sight, teleporting behind Orochimaru in an instant. With a surge of power, Naruto delivered a devastating blow, shattering Orochimaru's defenses. The rogue ninja recoiled, his serpent-like form wavering. It was a momentary advantage, but it was enough for Hinata and Shikamaru to regroup and launch a coordinated counterattack. Their teamwork proved to be Orochimaru's downfall. Naruto and his companions fought with unwavering resolve, utilizing their unique abilities in perfect harmony. With each strike, Orochimaru grew weaker, his once invincible presence diminishing. In a final, decisive move, Naruto unleashed the full force of the flying Raijin, channeling his chakra into a concentrated beam of energy. The blast collided with Orochimaru, engulfing him in a blinding light. When the dust settled, all that remained was a smoldering crater, marking the end of the battle. As Naruto caught his breath, he looked at his companions. Hinata and Shikamaru stood by his side, their faces filled with a mix of exhaustion and pride. They had overcome a formidable enemy and emerged victorious. But their victory came at a cost. The village they had set out to protect was still plagued by the mystery of the disappearances, and Orochimaru's true motives remained unclear. Naruto knew that their journey was far from over. They had only scratched the surface of the darkness that lurked in the shadows. With renewed determination, Naruto made a silent vow. He would continue to grow stronger, to protect those he held dear, and to unravel the secrets that threatened their world. The flying Raijin was not just a technique, it was a symbol of his unwavering spirit and the legacy of his father. And so, Naruto, Hinata, and Shikamaru set off once again, their path illuminated by the flickering flames of their indomitable will. The journey to bring light to the darkest corners of the shinobi world had just begun, and they would face it together, united in their quest for justice and peace. As the sun set on the horizon, casting its golden glow upon the village of Konoha, Naruto's resolve burned brighter than ever. The next chapter of their story awaited, filled with trials, triumphs, and the promise of a future shaped by their unwavering spirit.